Thank you, Duncan. We now move to the Best UK Youth Destination, sponsored by ICEF and presented by John Pritchard.
Okay, good evening everyone. Right, thank you for inviting me here to present this award. This award is awarded to a UK destination showing dedication and success in maintaining youth-focused campaigns, ensuring its promotion as a destination for youth, student and education travel. Finalists in this category are Hastings and London. We only had two, so the rest of you can pick your socks up. And the winner of the Best UK Youth Destination 2009 is London. I'll present you with that. Make sure you turn that one to face the camera.
Move this way a little bit. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Two great finalists, thank you very much. We now move to the Best International Youth Destination, sponsored by Rough Guides and presented by Louise Mayer.
Good evening, everyone. This award has been presented to the international destination that showed dedication and success in maintaining a youth-focused campaign which has ensured promotion of that destination for youth, student and educational travel. This category was voted upon purely by international and industry members, and the winner of the Best International Youth Destination is France.
Just move this way a little bit.
Thank you very much. Excellent. The final award is a special award for outstanding contribution to youth tourism, and I'll do the presentation of this one, and it's the nice black box at the end. This is awarded to an individual that's made significant contribution to the development of youth travel internationally, but with a particular emphasis on the UK. Now, since the early 1980s, this person's enjoyed a career in the youth travel arena. An American national, graduate of City College of New York with a degree in political science, she's worked and lived in Denmark since 1980. Now, I met her when she first worked at SSTS, which is Kilroy Travels International now, with the legendary Sfia Ravon. And if you don't know about him, as you're chatting in the networking, just ask some stories about him. He's just about everything you could imagine. She then moved from there to FITO, the Federation of International Youth Travel Organisations, which Jack Corona, one of our presenters tonight, was president of for many years, and I think he's a life member of. She worked with Peter de Jong. Peter de Jong was Director General. Within FITO was WYSTC, which was a joint venture of the International Student Travel Confederation and FITO later. Initially with... and I think that once Peter then left to go to PATA, Pacific Area Travel Association, I'm trying to run through many of the acronyms, so those of you who don't understand them are getting them. She became overseer of FITO, and that, of course, continued her role in WYSTC. She's had a huge influence on the global development to the benefit of Britain, the British traveller, and Britain as a destination. So if we focus on that, but also every other youth destination. But if you want to know, there are a number of people who are absolutely central to the development of the concept of youth and student tourism. And if you're coming to youth and student tourism today, seeing how the world perceives it, about its value being 23, 26%, 30%, depending on your numbers, of the global economy, the understanding of the value that creates, the understanding not just to governments but to suppliers, that we've got a whole industry in this room and internationally which is totally respected. You've got to understand that when people like Susan set out, that perception didn't exist. These were smelly young people who people didn't want, got no recognition, were considered very low value. So Susan's one of the landmark people, if you will, in the development of this industry, to which we owe a huge debt. She steps down from WYSTC this month, and her last conference, fittingly as far as I'm concerned, was in Manchester. It's the first time Britain has had the main International Youth and Student Conference on its shores. It came to Manchester. which is not an easy destination to sell internationally, and I think it was sold incredibly well. People want to come to London. If you talk about Britain, people want London. So the idea of pulling off a conference in Manchester, which was successful, it was often thought of as not working, but it was done. So for Britain, I think we owe a debt. Now, of course, she's stepping down, but we know we'll see more of her. Susan, some people say this, those who step down, people think are retiring. Of course, it doesn't always happen. Susan is stepping down rather than retiring, so I know we'll see a lot more of her in the future, and she'll contribute massively to our life going forward. So I'd like to award this special award to Susan in recognition of her work for us and for the global community.
I want to say a few words because you all know it, but I'm just going to reinforce it. He's a devil. Okay, he really is. Because I saw him this afternoon, and I had no notion, and that was well done. I just want to thank you all, and I want to thank you for the 11 years of the greatest job in the world. But there is life after WISTIC, and it's in the youth travel industry where you all are. So thank you.
As we're coming to the end, I just want to ask one thing. If the winners, judges and sponsors could remain behind, come down at the front here, we'd just like a photo call, if you don't mind, at the end, just to make sure we record this and have use of the imagery going forward. But it leaves me with the opportunity to thank you for your attendance. Thank you to the judges. Thank you to those who contribute so much to this community, to the finalists and, of course, to the winners. We'd now like to invite you. It was a bit of a wind tunnel out there, and that was because the arrival left the doorway, if you will, the hall that came in from the street, open. That'll be closed when we go, then it will get warmer, and I promise you if you drink a bit it'll get much warmer. So have a few drinks. We'd love to network with you. We very much look forward to talking with you and hearing your stories, hearing your ideas, but most importantly having fun. So thank you very much for attending this evening. Congratulations once again, and thanks to all.